Anthony Joshua demolishes, annihilates, obliterates Francis Ngannou, folds him like a deck chair in round 2. Anthony Joshua had the Infinity Gauntlet and made Ngannou disappear. It really did show the levels between boxing and MMA. Not taking anything away from Francis Ngannou's performance against Tyson Fury. I personally thought he won that fight, but I don't think we had a fully fledged, fully fit, fully committed Fury. And if I'm honest, I'm not sure where Fury is at this stage. It's boxing's greatest mystery. We will all find out soon in his fight against Alexander Usyk. This fight showcased that you can't step in the boxing ring with limited experience. It goes both ways. If an elite boxer steps in MMA, steps into that octagon ring, it's not a competition. You're just going to get chucked around like falling into a gorilla enclosure. They'll absolutely maul you. Yes, they have a puncher's chance, but that's only if they can avoid those shots. They will look to dig those leg kicks in, smother and get close to the fighter, take them down and choke them out. Once that happens, it's donezo. They're finished. There is a reason that boxing and MMA are their own separate disciplines, their own separate sports. The fight pretty much turned out how I predicted. I didn't predict the right round. I thought that the fight might go on until the midway stage, like either around 5 or 6. But I just saw Joshua always, in any scenario, taking Francis Ngannou out. I was fully confident he would. But then you had a lot of people saying, Ngannou's tough as hell. He takes elbows, knees, sledgehammers to the head. I mean, he does have a breeze block for a head, but still, that breeze block wall can be taken down. Joshua has sledgehammers for hands. And just to talk about it a little bit seriously, boxers know how to punch correctly. No fishy slappy punches. They punch with real technique. Yes, Ngannou does have a few decent fundamentals, but at the same time, he makes so many rookie mistakes, and Anthony Joshua capitalized on those. One of the things I mentioned in my previous video on this fight was that Joshua would look to go to the body, and he did just that. That's how the fight started out, behind the jab. The little jabs to the body were what opened up that shot over the top, that overhand right. In that first round, Ngannou made the biggest mistake. He turned southpaw. AJ has been in with the best southpaw that boxing offers, Alexander Usyk. He's seen all the southpaw tricks. To add, Ngannou just isn't dominant on that side, so I don't understand why he went southpaw. It isn't his dominant stance. I think from the onset, he was struggling to defend against that ramrodding jab of AJ's. AJ closed down the distance quick, took centre ring, and just made Ngannou feel really uncomfortable. I think he turned southpaw to try and negate that jab, just to create a little bit of distance between them both. But it just didn't work out. As soon as he did turn southpaw, boom! Ngannou went down like a bulldozer, taking down a house. It was a beautifully timed shot, and I think Ben Davison knew that Ngannou was going to pull something like this. AJ was fully prepared to shoot that shot. They knew they had it in the bag. They drew up that game plan perfectly. We saw this shot being thrown in the pre-fight dressing room warm-up. Ngannou's limited defense. He didn't keep those gloves up here. He just left that left hand a little bit loose, and it was just a perfect recipe for that right to come over the top. They had Ngannou's number every day of the week and twice on a Sunday. There was a bit of a hairy moment when Ngannou got up. I think a few people forgot this. I personally felt a bit of PTSD for Joshua when Ngannou and Joshua started trading following that knockdown. And I think actually one of the hooks brushed the top of Joshua's head, and I think he quickly realised, oh, I've seen this situation before, let's back out of it, take my time, and be patient. It was flashbacks to the Joshua vs Ruiz first fight. I was actually genuinely worried for a moment. Anyway, second round comes along and Ngannou bit at every feint that Joshua threw. It was like a fish biting at bait. The shot that he caught him with earlier obviously rattled his cage. With the second knockdown, Joshua did some excellent level changing. Jab to the body and then jab to the head. Joshua lowered his left hand like he was going to go to the body, but bang! Special delivery! Ngannou goes down for the second time. Then Ngannou obviously took a little bit of time to get back up. He walks towards AJ, dazed, like Mike Tyson on shrooms. And then a nuclear bomb just goes off. Anthony Joshua doesn't hesitate. He smacks that red button, wallops Francis Ngannou with an overhand right, and that's it. She says goodnight. Ngannou was flatlined. He was out cold. We witnessed a real life finishing move, like Turkey Al Sheikh wanted from Street Fighter. Game over. Solid work from Anthony Joshua. After the fight though, Tyson Fury looked like he saw a ghost. That, or he remembered he left the oven on at home. Everything looked like it came to haunt him after the complete devastation of Ngannou. Was it a reality check? Does he know that he's gone to the well one too many times? Who knows? But we all witnessed the fight between Fury and Ngannou. He genuinely did look like Homer Simpson. He got clobbered, tossed around the ring like a rag doll, and he was just embarrassed. It's difficult to see if Fury is past his best, because sometimes he does have these lackluster performances and then just has this amazing comeback. He seems to just get himself up to certain fights and fights to the level of his competition. I think we can all agree that he may have not taken Ngannou completely seriously. I think another telltale sign is just the sheer shape the man is in at the moment. I don't think we've seen Tyson Fury look like that in years. He will be taking Joshua's modelling contracts before we know it. But does Anthony Joshua's performance prove that he will beat Tyson Fury? Ultimately, I'm going to go by the most popular boxing saying: styles make fights. I've always said to people when Deontay Wilder was in the mix, Fury beats Wilder, Wilder beats AJ, AJ beats Fury. That was way before Wilder took up the pipe and just lost his killer instinct. As for the Fury Ngannou fight, I think it highlighted something massive. When Fury's in there with a big strong guy with similar dimensions, willing to trade, willing to fight, he crumbles. I know many of you would say Vladimir Klitschko was a big strong man. He had the dimensions. But he didn't come to fight, did he? Ngannou came to fight. In the Fury Ngannou fight, if Ngannou had the experience to back it up, who knows what we would have saw. Potentially Fury knocked out on the canvas. Finished. A lot of heavyweights in the division that night would have taken him out too. All I'm saying is that AJ is someone that knows his way around the ring. He knows how to box. He's strong. He's vicious with his combinations. He has power in both hands. All of which I think is a terrible style matchup for Tyson Fury. I don't care what he's saying on DAZN commentary. Oh, my style is all wrong for Anthony Joshua. I don't believe that for 1 second. Tyson Fury is a very low volume fighter, likes to set his own pace, and we've never really seen anybody stick it on him with vicious combinations. A man that is strong in the clinch. All of that, I believe, could potentially be a recipe for disaster for Fury. It's a barn burner of a fight. There's no denying it. And I know that we all want to see it. I'm not indefinitely saying that Joshua wins. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think personally it's a very close fight, and it just all depends if Fury has all his faculties intact. We will only know once Fury Usyk is all said and done. At this point of time, just comparing Joshua and Fury's outings, my strong pick would be Anthony Joshua, just at this moment of time. It could change, just depending on that Fury-Usyk fight. I honestly just don't know how much he's got left. I hope he proves me wrong when he fights Usyk. But anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bash!